What's going on, YouTube channel? Stars down again, y'all. Go hard or go home channel. All right. We're going to talk about today here is leadership and confidence. I'm going to talk about this from the point of view of how I came about so-called developing these things, okay? So this is going to be a little bit longer video than some of the most of them, but I think this is going to be helpful. If you don't know much about me and it's one of the ones, it's one of your first videos of mine that you're watching. I've been spending about 6 months to a year doing a critique of the manosphere, black manosphere, Asian manosphere, whatever. Black guys or white guys or men complaining about women. All right. So I started releasing videos like this to try to help the men that was having problems and also to help women that's having problems also if they have questions and things like that. So far right now it's been mostly men. Okay. A lot of guys have this question about leadership and confidence because women want these things, and it's just the truth. There's no getting around it. They want these things, and some guys just don't appear to have them. So one of the questions I keep getting is, how do you get this? How do you get this? So I'm gonna tell today the story of how I came to be a more confident person. You know what I'm saying, and a leader in things. Okay, now. Before we get into that, y'all hit like, hit subscribe. Y'all like what y'all getting? Share if y'all want to join in the journey to talk about things like this. How we going to become better men? Stuff like that. Drop the comments. Let me know. Hit subscribe. Hit share. Hit like. And join the fold, okay? So here's the deal. We're going to talk about this today, all right? We're done talking about subscriptions and stuff like that. I don't do the Cash App and all that other good junk. We'll get to that. We'll talk about it again in the end, all right? But here's the deal. First and foremost, okay, me, myself personally, when I decided I wanted to start being able, I wanted to develop, I wanted my life to be different than what it was, all right? My wanting to be different didn't have anything to do with women, all right? I knew that women was going to be a byproduct if I became better at what I was doing or whatever I had going on, if I did my life right. I understood that women were going to be a byproduct of that. But women cannot be the main reason why you start taking this journey. If they are, you're going to fail. You ain't going to go far. You won't go far. The reason why that is because women are fickle. The ones you go up to, you go up this one, she's different from that one, and that one's different from that one, and that one's different from that one. So whatever you got going on might not impress none of these three people, and that might hurt you. This young gotta start from within yourself first. I decided that I wanted to be the best at my job. All right. When I was in the Army, I was a 92 Alpha supply specialist. I became one of the best ones possible. I ain't saying they knew about me in the whole doggone Army, but wherever I worked at, everything I touched turned to 100%. Every time somebody was writing down a report about me, they was talking about me making something into 100%. I became the best I could at my job. And then I decided I wanted to be able to lead other people. Okay, now that took some changing too. Okay. I couldn't be the same person that I was when I was just the person doing the job. Now I was going to be the boss. So I had to be different. Okay. I had to adopt a couple of different things about me. One of these things is like you got to be able to assert yourself, and one of them is freaking self-responsibility. The only real difference between leaders and people that's not leaders is that somebody's willing to take responsibility and do something about it, and one person isn't. And that's the only thing I see in this manosphere thing. You got guys that are willing to, okay, this is how things work. And they take those things that make something happen. And then you got guys who are like, this is how things work, but I ain't going to do nothing about it. Okay? I hope that y'all can see the you know what I'm saying, comparison between the two. How somehow those things are kind of the same. All right? You don't get nowhere if you don't want nothing. And if you're not willing to make the changes, you won't get there either. People keep asking how to get confidence. There's not no how, and there's not no how to, you don't learn how to be a leader either. You do this is shit you gotta teach yourself. Mm-hmm. That's what makes it seem so unattainable. Because people want for you to be able to say, okay, well, here's a step-by-step list. Do this, then do this, and do this, and do this. And it don't work that same way for everybody. It doesn't. Somebody can give you a step-by-step list of exercises. And then you find some other exercises that work better for you. Get you the same results. And maybe even faster, but it just will work better for you. Everybody had to find their own way of getting to this. And it's something I'm gonna keep saying for the rest of the rest of the years I'm on this Joker. If this junk it's gonna come from inside of you. It's gonna come from inside of you. So if you're not willing to look inside of yourself, and if you're not willing to change yourself some, you're gonna have problems. The most problem I see with most people with this thing about how do you become a leader or how do you gain confidence is because it's not that they can't do it. The want of it is not enough. You have to be willing to make the sacrifices it's going to take for you to get it also. What are those sacrifices? I can't be like everybody else. That's one of them. Mm-hmm. Everybody else can be happy-go-lucky. Everybody else cannot really be thinking about the end result. When you're the boss on the job, you can't be like the guys that's there just to get the paycheck. Because you might not wind up getting yours. They just there for a check. They just going to do a little bit of stuff you tell them. You got to be running that junk and make sure it's right. That's part of you getting your money. Okay? It's just like with relationships. It's that you got to be running this junk and making sure the shit is straight. If you the guy, that's what they want. If you go look at this manosphere thing, you hear them crying every day, every day. Women want this, they want that. They want somebody that's going to move their butt there and get and start taking care of shit. That's what they want. They want a leader. You can exude all the confidence you want, but if you don't have anything to show leadership, like some tangible shit, like yeah, I'm the manager at my job, or I'm the CEO at my company, or I'm the, you know what I'm saying? You ain't that type of shit. It's why I keep talking so much against like the game coaches and stuff like that here on these YouTube channels and stuff, because they're telling people that they ramshambled everybody with the whole little thing that people got in high school about everybody can win. And see, they ain't the truth. Only people that work hard gonna win. Only ones who actually put effort into this shit gonna win. If you know somebody that walked into this a winner, it's only one of two ways it happened. One, their parents handed them a whole shitload of money. Okay, which that's getting lucky. Number two, you just hit the gene lottery and you look attractive to all motherfuckers you go past. There's some women and there's some men, but that's also getting lucky. So here's the deal. Most of people don't get this shit from being lucky. They don't become into being leaders or being you know what I'm saying, good companions, you know what I'm saying, or having confidence in themselves by luck. Most people don't get it by luck. I became more confident in myself over the years because every time I touched shit, it turned to 100%. It started being to the point where when they wanted somebody to do something, they was coming to get me. Put this guy on it. Put this guy whatever he gets, he can touch it, take it, touch it, and turn it to 100%. It builds confidence when people coming back to you. When you have to be needed. Okay. When people was watching the Kevin Samuels show, I don't think they paid attention to the fact that guys was telling guys in order for you to be high value, you have to be useful to somebody. You got to be useful to something. You got to be useful. But this is also a thing about being confident. If you're useful to other people and you know you're useful and you know that when they come to get you, you're gonna, and they know when you come to get you, there's gonna be a lot of confidence around that guy. Mm-hmm. A whole lot of confidence. Leadership. That's something that you can't teach. I remember when I was going to the next level business class, do small business administration. Y'all don't forget to check that out. Small business startup tip. That's another business. I think the volume one. Yeah, it's a business. One of my business videos. And it tells you about going to small business development people. You can take college courses, all kind of stuff. But that either way as it goes, when I was in them courses, the professor that was teaching it, we had to talk about leadership because when you're talking about business, you're gonna probably wind up talking about leadership sooner or later. Hmm. And I had said that you could teach leadership. I had said it, but after I sat down and I thought about it, and I looked at all the times in the army when I tried to do it, it never worked. You could not teach that. Leadership and confidence were things that had to be wanted by the other person. This is how they make a competent person. A person incompetent when they don't care about those things right there, or they don't care about, really nothing. Incompetence really comes from a person's like self view. You can't get things done because you don't believe in yourself. That's really to me where incompetence comes from. Everybody can have their own view of it. That's mine. I think that most people could be competent people. It's gonna start with his confidence though and his leadership thing. But dude, for the first, the first person you gotta do that's gotta have confidence in you is you. That's the first person gonna have to do it. Nobody was gonna believe I was gonna get to those 100% and all that stuff that I got to just by telling people that was gonna happen. I had to make that shit happen. I had to run multi-million-dollar doggone shit for the government, and you're gonna have to prove it. It's not gonna come from outside everybody else. It's not gonna come from them. That's the problem. This shit gonna come from inside of you first, and then they gonna recognize that. They gonna recognize that. That's what gets that. That's what gonna get you through this stuff right here. But the thing about, like I said, like me personally, I couldn't ask somebody else how to do it. I had to do this shit myself. You know what I'm saying? I had to prove that I was good at this right here. I had to prove it. That's first. That's why I tell guys go to work and prove yourself at work first. That way you can know. When somebody, if they hang up employee of the month on the wall for you, you done accomplished something. You, in order to start having some confidence, you're gonna have to start accomplishing some shit. It don't matter if it's small. You gotta have some goals. You gotta set some goals, and you gotta accomplish those goals. You gotta start accomplishing some goals. You can't just get this stuff. The guys that be asking me about it are right. You can't just get it. You won't just wake up with it, but you can build this stuff in yourself. I did it for me. You got to set some goals. Or if you got shit, if it's shit going on at work, go there and take that shit over and become one of the best motherfuckers. Make it the way your boss is coming to you. You ain't asked to be the manager. They're asking you. Because you bust your ass so hard on the line and you make less mistakes than everybody else. Your shit is all pretty much right. When they come up and ask you something about the company, you know everything. You got to make the other people say, I'm going to put you in this position. That's the only way I can explain it. That's the best way I can explain it. But that's going to come from inside of you first. It's been that way ever since, okay, when you was in school, you was in high school, college, whatever you was in. You didn't just walk in the classroom and the teacher start marking your paper higher than everybody else's. If you made the high grades, that's not how that happen. You had to earn that shit. You had to put in the work. You had to learn more than everybody else. And see, that's the thing with this shit. The confidence, the fake confidence. Now, here's the thing with this right quick. I'm gonna run over this one real quick before we get out of here. Because some people are gonna start talking about like, well, what about guys that just show fake confidence or swag or something like that? See, the problem with that is that shit, and I'm gonna be going over it in more other videos. That shit run out at 2025, guys. After that, you want to go get thoughts. You're not tricking no woman who has some shit going on in life into doing that shit right there. Because they're gonna be able to see that you ain't got nothing going on. They're gonna be able to see that you at a certain level. Shit is different at 40. A lot of people that watch this channel, they're younger, 30, 20s. But I'm telling you, shit's different at 40. People gonna be able to tell who the fuck you is at 40. When you walk outside your door, when you go to the store, they gonna know from what side of town you living on. They gonna know, and if you on the other side of town, they gonna know by your clothes that you come from that side of town. They gonna know that. It's just that people can exude this shit. I've seen it happen. But the thing of it is you can only play for so long before you see. Once you can't produce, people gonna see what's up. Then I've had that happen. It's been like, okay, we like this guy too, but that's fine. But you know, I can do this, I can do that. See me, I undercommit, and then I over deliver. That's what I do. I can take care of this and this and this for you, and then I do all the rest of the other shit too. I don't tell you that. Yeah, and I undercommitted. Then when you get it though, it's over delivered. So you're more happy than even if the other person did make the stuff they said was gonna happen. You'd be more happy with mine because you getting some extra. Confidence and leadership are things that are gonna have to be built from the inside out. And first, it's gonna come from wanting those positions. And the only way you're gonna move towards getting into those type of positions, a position of confidence or a position of leadership, is you're gonna have to be willing to take the hit. I tell people all the time this dating thing, it's a contact sport. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get hit. Stay your ass out the game. That's the way I look at that one. So it's like, hey, you know, if you want to build confidence and you want to build leadership ability in yourself, the first thing you're gonna have to know is that junk ain't coming from the outside. Ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you how to do it either. Because both of those things are gonna require development in you. You can't be confident in yourself if you don't know for your inside your own self that you can go the extra mile. some of this thing ain't about other people believing in you. It's about you believing in you first. Most of this stuff is about you believing in you. I had to believe in myself first. And then I had to show my boss how they could believe in me. Or I could show this person that likes me how they can believe in me. Because I know, okay, well, when I say something, that shit gotta happen. If I say we're going to this place to eat and we're going to do A, B, and C, that shit gotta happen. Yeah. No matter how much money I spend or whatever's going on with it. If I say we going over here, we going over here. If we get there, and I can't get there and be like, oh, this shit too pricey. No, I said we was going. That's what it was. Just you got to do this to yourself. I'm finna get out of there on that one because there's no really way of explaining it, and you can't give somebody a step by step list of how to build these things. Okay, you got to want yourself to be confident. You got to want that, and you got to be willing to take the hit. When shit go wrong, you got to be willing to take the hit. Really, if there was any instruction path towards both of those, that probably would be one of the things that would have to happen. That probably be one of the things you instruct a person to do. You're gonna have to be willing to take the hit. Most people don't have any confidence or don't have any leadership ability and a lot of things like that because in general they don't want to take the hit. They want to be people that can hide behind other people or hide behind other things, and you can't do that and be the leader. And you damn sure can't do it and be confident. You know what I'm saying? If somebody says the word confident, you kind of associate this with somebody who's like an extrovert. But when you say that don't got confidence, then you associate it with somebody who's an introvert. See what I'm saying? So confidence, leadership come from inside. Okay, you can't get those things without being willing to take the hit. All right, and that's as far as we're gonna go on that one. Y'all got comments about that or questions? Y'all let me know. And you know what I'm saying? I hit you back, let you know what I'm saying going on. But as far as like leadership and the confidence thing, and people, they always keep asking that question, like how you gonna get it? This is how I'm gonna be answering the question from now on. Because there's no way of telling somebody how to get this. There's not. Their level of it is gonna be different from mine anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's just no way you can't not that doesn't you cannot be coached to do that. That's what I would tell people. You should not want to be coached to do that. This stuff should come from your own personal experiences. Like I just got done telling how I became more confident of a person. How, you know what I'm saying, it was I started at work. Hey, look, okay, well, they got really good at this. Can nobody tell me nothing there? I can get that junk done fast and blah 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 blah. So everybody asking me what's going on with that. So everybody knows I can do my job. That's one thing. So I can be confident about that because everybody knows I can do my job. That's one thing. All right. So then I decided, okay, well, hey, I want to be the leader. Well, everybody already knows I can do my job. Everybody knows that. Now I gotta show them I can tell other people how to do it. And what's that? Building leadership right there. The first one was confidence. The second one is leadership. Everybody keep telling people your job can help you a lot more than what you probably putting into it. It probably can help you a lot more, even if it's like a little bullshit job. But if you max out at that, bro, instead of hating it, you know what I'm saying? It can build shit in you. And you can probably take them skills and go and do the shit for yourself and make your own self some money too. everywhere I work at, I learned stuff from them, and then I could implement it in other places. It's just my opinion about it. So I'm finna get out of here on this one. It's been Tars Down to y'all. Go hard, go home channel. Y'all hit like, subscribe, share. You know what I'm saying? Join the journey, and we're gonna talk about stuff like this. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that confidence and leadership can be taught? I don't think so. It's been my experience that they can't be taught. It's been my experience that anybody that wanted something, it didn't matter what it was, they had to kind of take their own route to it. Because if you told them how to get there, they usually didn't take all the same turns you told them to take. And they usually wound up somewhere else. That's usually what happens with people. You can tell them how to do it, but they don't usually do it the whole same way you say to do it. So they're going to get something else. It's like baking a cake, y'all. That kind of thing. They say put 2 eggs in there, and you put one. You ain't finna get what they got. It'd be close, but you don't get what they got. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. All right? No. Can this be taught? Can it be taught? Can they teach people to have confidence? Think about it too. Before you make them comments now, it's like most of the times when they are trying to teach people to have confidence and stuff, they don't give them classes. What they do is they make them stand in front of other people and talk. Yeah, because they gotta force their self to calm down and all that junk. Just hit me in the comments. It's been Tars Down to y'all. Go hard or go home. It's not. It's my official opinion. It's my opinion, my own personal opinion, that confidence and leadership cannot be taught. They can be pointed towards. You can, you know, teach at them or teach principles about them, but the person themselves has walked that path. Y'all let me know what y'all think. It's been Tars Down to go hard to go home. Peace.